Staci Christie is in the studio. Out of every facial I've ever had, there has never been a better facial. What does that woman do to her skin?
Most important, here's what most people don't do, is they don't get their skin clean enough.
But what about the people that say double cleansing is too much?
They're full of shit. And there's a lot of wonderful skincare out there. There's a lot of bullshit out there.
You have to be careful of Amazon with skincare, right? What's something that people need to look for when it comes to Botox?
Me, seriously. Skincare is not one size fits all.
Staci Christie is in the studio. I could not be more excited. You guys, first of all, I was telling you off air, I have been all over the world to have a facial. I have been to Hong Kong, I've been to China, I've been to Paris, and I don't care about the shopping. I don't care about anything. I care about the facial. I like to go and see what's out there when it comes to facials. And you are the best facialist on the planet.
Thank you.
Out of every facial I've ever had, there has never been a better facial.
Thank you.
The precision and attention to detail and the customization to each person's skin is so thought out and so purposeful that it really makes you unique and stand out. So I'm so excited to have you on here. You've been doing my skin, I feel like, for 6 years?
Oh, at least 6 years. I've known you since the Skinny Confidential was an embryo. It was literally an embryo. It was a thought. And
I was a bartender.
Yes, you were a bartender. Actually, I can remember going into Delicious and you said, excuse me, but what do you do to your skin? You're just glowing. And I thought it was probably just sweat or something from the day. And then you had asked me, what is the number one thing, if I gave you one tip, what would it be? And I told you, sunscreen. Avoid the sun at all costs. We live in sunny Southern California, but keep your sunscreen, a big hat. It's the first tip I ever gave you.
You walked in, it was actually before I was a bartender. I was working at a clothing boutique.
Gracie's
In Rancho Santa Fe.
Yep.
You come in, you were in line, and I remember being truly 17 or 18 years old and thinking, what does that woman do to her skin? And every single time I've seen you since, every single time I see you, I always am like so intrigued by your skin because you do have the best skin I've ever seen in real life. Like it's out of control.
Thank you.
It's glowy, it's shiny, and you could just tell that you take care of it. So I think like that's walking advertisement. Like when you're going to a facialist, if they don't have that beautiful glowy skin, maybe it's time to go to Staci Christie.
Well, and I'll tell you, so as a kid now, I'm 60 on October 10th. It's kind of hard to even spit that one out. But I used to lay on a silver blanket with baby oil and iodine. I was riddled with sun. I mean, I was so dark, it was ridiculous. And at about age 20, I would say 26, I was working for an MD who specialized in nutrition and preventive medicine for about a good 10, 12 years. Then I went to plastic surgery. So my background is in plastic surgery. That's what I did for about 17 years. And I started taking care of my skin at that point. Just Epicurin. I've been using Epicurin skincare since I was 27 years old.
But what was your epiphany? And we've talked about this when you've given me a facial of when you wanted to take your skincare from laying in the sun to like really overhauling it and changing your whole life.
Or was it something you saw when you were in those offices?
Working in the operating room. So when you're doing surgery, when you're literally dissecting skin away from fascia and doing a facelift, you can see what kind of sun damage, what the sun does to the skin. You can see the loss of collagen and elastin. But when you're in an operating room, you see things at a different level. And at that point is when I realized the damage that I had created. So now, okay, so can you turn things around? Well, I'm kind of proof that you can. You know, I mean, I will say that my face and my neck look a little bit better than my arms, but I do skincare head to toe. It's not just face, neck, chest, which I, try to tell people to do, and always the back of your hands. But I just started on a journey of one thing after another, peels, microdermabrasion, little things like that. But skincare, actual skincare, what I use on my skin morning and evening, I am so dedicated. I don't care how drunk I am. I get my face washed before I go to bed. I get my teeth brushed. I put all my skincare on, no matter what.
Remember one time you told me that you literally were like, you had a fun night and like Ed had to do it, her husband.
Yes.
And that is the funniest story
Yeah.
I've ever heard. If you don't have a guy that will do your skincare routine for you,
He did.
get out.
Yeah.
Well, the good thing is now because Stacie, you turned my skin around, and now I would actually know how to do it for you probably.
You would.
Yeah,
What
yeah.
would you do if I was
well,
really
I
drunk?
would probably just do what I do for myself, and I don't know if that's like so specialized to you, but it would be. I think it would work for
You
a
throw
night.
a
right?
little CE on there.
Yeah. and
You
then the
only need to
8
use CE. Now, most important, here's what most people don't do is they don't get their skin clean enough. I will say, Lauren, 99% of the people, if not 99.5, do not get their skin clean enough. They don't clean their skin well enough at night. And yes, you need to clean your skin twice a day. You need to cleanse in the morning, cleanse at night. Night, double cleanse. I like to pre-cleanse, whether you're using an oil cleanser or some type of a micellar water. I don't have any of my own skincare products. I have products that I love and I adore, and each one of them has a reason for that. But I like to pre-cleanse, then followed by a cleanser, double cleanse at night. Then my little tip is you take a cleanser on a bottled water with a little cotton pad, go over your face with bottled water, and you're going to see is your skin clean or not. Then you proceed with your product.
But what about the people that say double cleansing is too much? Because I know some people say like,
They're
hey,
full of shit.
Okay.
And if you're using a harsh cleanser, what's Pervy's name?
Pervy. You can just call him Pervy.
Oh, Taylor?
Taylor.
Pervy.
Sorry.
Pervy
No.
O'Connor.
Yeah, he was showing me a cleanser that he uses that is really, really harsh. It's an exfoliating cleanser. You can use something like
Was
that.
it St. Ives?
Thank God. Using my preference, I've been using Epicurean's cleanser. I either use herbal or citrus herbal. Citrus herbal gets your skin a little cleaner and it's not going to strip your skin.
that's what I use.
Yeah, I love this cleanser, and you could definitely double cleanse with that and not strip your skin. But there's a lot of cleansers out there that have a lot of harsh ingredients.
What are those ones with like the beads in them?
No,
That's
that's a
St.
physical exfoliant.
Oh.
Like I have a little microderm scrub right there. Love that microderm scrub by Epicurean.
But you
Couple
don't love
times a
it
week.
every single day.
No,
Okay.
no, because you'll
Okay.
strip your skin.
So I had
And
this
everyone's
theory,
different.
and you got mad at me, and I would love for you to call me out and explain like the reasons why. I had this theory that I was washing my face really well at night and doing my skincare routine, the Staci Christie skincare routine, and then I would wake up and instead of washing my face, I would just put the products on because I felt like it was too much cleansing. So why am I wrong?
Well, the reason for that is because while we're sleeping, we sweat, we build bacteria. And so I also encourage at least changing your pillowcase out at least twice a week. But while you're sleeping, you're lying your face on that pillow and you're sweating and you're building up bacteria, which is going to just then cause blemishes and things of that nature. So you don't have to use your spa cell mitt in the morning. I do because I like the way my face feels clean, but at least one time, one and done cleanse, just one application, a good cleanse, rinse with lukewarm water, never wash your face with hot water. And then again, bottled water on a cotton round. And then you can use the Skinny Confidential roller. You can do all of that stuff with your product, but you must cleanse in the morning. And I'm going to call you out on something.
Go for it.
When you
Yes,
were
good.
in
She does it every time I'm in her.
when you were in Europe on your yacht, you had cleansed, and you said, okay, so the morning you're going to cleanse your face and you're going to then get off what was left over from the night before. And I freaking cringed because there shouldn't be anything left over on your skin. After you cleanse your skin, it should be clean for your product. Don't do a half-ass job.
So you didn't like how I stacked product on my face after I didn't cleanse in the morning?
That is correct.
Okay, so what I should have done, Lauren Bostic, is I should have woken up, cleansed my face, and then started the skincare
That
routine.
is absolutely right. So you know what? For instance, I was just with a girlfriend in Aspen for a few days, and I'm like getting ready, washing my face after I just flew in. It wasn't that big of a deal, but in order to put some makeup on, I wanted to cleanse my skin again. She's like, "Oh, I'm just going to put some makeup on over what I already have." And I'm like, "No, halt! You are not. You're going to cleanse your skin." And I kind of scolded her on it. And after it took her 5 minutes to cleanse, put on her serum, her moisturizer, and her makeup, she said, "Thank you, Stace. Oh my God, I feel so much better and I look so much better."
It is true. It's a commitment time-wise. I mean, 5 minutes, I know that doesn't sound like a lot, but it's 5 minutes
It
that
is 5
you're
minutes.
doing the stuff. But you do feel so much better when you do the routine
100%.
twice a day. And also
100%.
the routine for me has sort of become like therapeutic.
Yes.
I kind of
Exactly.
like crave it.
Yep. And I tell people, make it some me time, right? You guys have 2 kids. You're busy. Granted, you have some help. You need that help. But Michael, I'm so proud of you because you too have taken my lead. I've put you on a decent skincare regimen. You have a morning, you have an evening regimen. I see such a difference in your skin. From that alone, granted, you come in to see me for a few professional treatments that are customized to your needs, but
Yeah, but I was looking a little rough there for a minute.
Well, a little.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, and the boys, this is what I noticed. They're kind of fine until they're about 30. And then it's starting to look a little crusty prune.
Well, you
Right.
start to
I told-
notice things that you're like, where'd that wrinkle come from? Or like, why is
Weston
that?
and I were on vacation together, and I'm like, "What's going on with your skin? Like, what's going on?" I'm like, "You're not taking care of your skin." And he goes, "Yeah, I forgot my skincare routine." I go, "You didn't bring a moisturizer?"
Was he wearing sunscreen?
No, he had nothing.
Fuck
Just
me.
nothing. No,
Sorry.
you can say fuck
It's
me.
been said on the show before. Don't worry.
I mean, that's insanity to me.
He wasn't doing anything, not even a sunscreen or a moisturizer. I said, I can't be friends with you unless you go to Staci Christie. I said, you need to get on Skype with her. You need to get the customized skincare routine. And now we've got him going.
Yes.
So I'm going friend by friend. Like,
Yes.
I'm trying to like get them all.
And, and I can literally do this with people all over the world. Just last week I was talking with someone in Turkey, but I can create a skincare regimen for anyone, anywhere.
But
Any
not
age.
everyone's skin is created equal.
No,
So can
and-
you talk about that?
Oh, please. Thank you, God, for opening that door. Fuck me. Seriously. Skincare is not one size fits all. It just isn't. And I mean, and I have the most respect for influencers and all of this stuff going on with where we are in this world. But so many people are very easily influenced. And if you see your celebrity crush is using this skincare product, it is not necessarily used by them, but not necessarily the right one for you. And there's a lot of wonderful skincare out there. There's a lot of bullshit out there. And that's what and I'm not the only one in this game, right? There's a lot of people like me that can help everyone get on a proper skincare regimen. And everyone, they're different. You're all different. Man, woman, what you're going through. Are you on medication? Do you have allergies? All of these questions need to be asked. And I mean, what's your gut health like? I dive into your overall health and well-being so I know what kind of skincare regimen to put you on. And I will promise you 1,000% you will see a difference in your skin within 2 weeks.
What do you think most mistakes people make are when it comes to skincare?
Go off on all the mistakes, like the little mistakes, the big ones.
The first and foremost is not getting their skin clean enough,
No.
Okay, then you're putting on the wrong product. So someone might be, I break out, so I don't want to use a moisturizer. False. If you're not hydrating your skin, your oil glands are going to kick into full gear and you're going to actually break out more. So many people have made that mistake. But there's someone like me to help point you in the right direction for the right moisturizer to use. Cellular turnover at night. I'm the only esthetician on the planet, and everyone's going to cringe when they hear me say this, but I am not a fan of Retin-A until...
I agree with you on this.
Yeah.
Totally.
Go
off.
all Retin-A's have made, and I have given it the, long haul where you go through the itching and the peeling and the redness, and then you're super sensitive. And if you do go outside, and I'm a very sporty gal, I'm outside all the time wearing my big hats, but then you're so sensitive to the sun. I've just never liked retinol.
It also gives you a waxy look that you can't place, but it makes people look older because the longer you use it, the waxier you get, so the older you look.
Your skin is
Subconscious-
actually getting thinner.
Yes.
That's what it does.
Yeah,
Yes.
it actually makes your skin thinner, which is why your wrinkles look less. But, and I'm, this is not an ad, but Skin Better Science came out with a product, that's Alpha Ret Overnight Renew, which I believe I have you on.
I've never
Lauren.
tried that.
Oh, I want to get you both on that product.
I use this one.
Oh, I love the Alto Advanced too. That's a great antioxidant. But the Alpha Ret Overnight Renew is alpha hydroxy with some retinol and a hyaluronic acid
And that's
base.
the only one you like.
It's the only one I like. I can use it on a daily basis, and I'm literally, and I know I have decent skin, and I've worked at it, but I've watched that literally make my pores smaller.
Oh, Michael,
Yeah.
that may be a good one
Yeah,
for you.
it's an excellent product. But even that product, I start people out, let's just, try 3 nights a week. And certain products you only want to use at night. Certain products you only want to use during the day. A lot of people don't know that. So when you guys are just bantering back and forth about the vitamin C, I'd put some CE Frulic on you. Vitamin C is only to be used during the day. Why? Daylight activates vitamin C.
Shit, I think I use that during the night sometimes.
Nope, you don't need that at night. At night is when we want to do our cellular turnover. So
Huh.
Get it together, Lauren. I mean, Christ.
You
So-
didn't know that?
Yeah, I do. I only use the
Okay.
vitamin C in the day.
Yep, because I told you to. And I will give you out a written instruction, super easy to follow.
A lot of men, they're like, how do you do this? Because I just went on this show. A shout out to the Meat Mafia podcast, and we talked about my skin. But
did you really?
Yeah, and
I love that.
And they were wondering, like, oh, well, this seems like a lot of work. I'm like, no, once I knew the exact routine from you, it takes me 3 minutes max.
Right, exactly.
It's not a big deal.
It's like anything. As soon as you start doing a routine, it's like anything else, right? You just repetition. After 3-4 days, kicks in, and you know when to use what. And then that's why oftentimes it's like, hey, Stace, do I need to change anything up? Because during a calendar year, our climate changes, stresses in life changes. God forbid some health issues can come up. So that's all going to affect our skin, our largest organ on our body. Everything that we eat, we drink, the hours that we sleep, everything that we do reflects on our skin.
Besides Retin-A, is that how you say it?
Retin-A, retinol.
What are the other ingredients that if you see in a skincare product, you're like, get that away from me?
Well, like all of the silicones and things of that and all the fillers. Now, someone will argue like they only want to use a super clean skincare regimen. So Epicurean and Agent Natura are the two natural skincare products that I use myself. And I don't sell or promote anything that I don't use on myself. I've used everything you see. I try myself as a guinea pig for everything. And I've kissed a lot of toads. I've seen a lot of stuff that's terrible. Medical grade products will have some chemicals in there, but these products have so much science and so much research behind them with results that are phenomenal when you look at what they can actually provide for the skin.
If it's the right brand.
And let me tell you this, all medical grade products, you have to have a medical director, as I do, in order to sell this. So you're not going to get anything from Elastin, Skin Medica, Skin Suticals, Skin Better Science. None of it's on Amazon. None of it's online. You have
to be careful of Amazon with skincare, right?
Yep. I just I brought that to your attention the other day.
She let me know that it's not always real.
It isn't. There's a lot if you can get it, oftentimes. So one of my favorite products, and I'm all over the board right now, I'm sorry, but Skin Medica's TNS Advanced. That product, I've told you this, Lauryn, I said, I don't think you need it yet because it's an advanced product for aging skin. I'm 60. How old are you?
I'm 21.
Fucker. You look 21. But that product alone has about 11 products in it. It is excellent. It's very, very pricey, but it works.
The Skinny Confidential Him and Her podcast is sponsored by BetterHelp. Lauryn and I talk for a living. I feel in a way this podcast has been a ton of therapy. We've also had a bunch of high performers come on this show and talk about how therapy has impacted their life in the most beneficial way possible. I think, as someone who speaks on a mic every single week for 7 years now, getting your thoughts out, talking to someone is one of the most important things that you can do. Unfortunately, many people don't feel comfortable either with the people in their life or talking to their close friends. This is why we love this platform, BetterHelp, so much. This platform brings therapy directly to the comfort of your own home, your office, wherever you feel like you want to do therapy. And the platform pairs you with licensed professional therapists online, again, at the convenience of wherever you want to do therapy. No more going to a waiting room, sitting in an office, no more vetting one therapist and feeling stuck with one. You can literally switch anytime you want, and they have thousands of therapists to choose from, all professional, all licensed, and again, from the comfort of your own home. It's also very affordable. Just fill out a brief questionnaire to get matched with a licensed therapist and switch therapists, like I said, at any time for no additional charge. So if you're thinking about getting into therapy, you just want to get your thoughts off your chest, you want to talk something through, you want to solve an issue, I highly recommend everybody consider this and do so. Definitely give BetterHelp a try. Of course, we have a special offer for any of our listeners. Find your bright spot this season with BetterHelp. Visit betterhelp.com/skinny today to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/skinny. BetterHelp.com/skinny.
Wella Professional's new line, Ultimate Repair, is the most premium line to date. And it was developed with 140 years plus of experience and research to deliver the very best. Miracle Hair Rescue Repair repairs hair in only 90 seconds. Here's how I use it. So I like to use it after I get out of the shower. What I'll do is on wet hair, I'll just spray the Ultimate Repair Miracle Hair Rescue on my hair. I do like 5 to 10 pumps. And then in 90 seconds before styling, you immediately notice a difference. Then what I do instead of drying my hair usually is I'll put it into a sleek bun And it just looks so pretty and healthy on my hair. And I'll just let my hair dry in the bun. And then I get this really, really pretty wave. You don't rinse it out before combing or styling. You just like leave it in your hair. At times, I'll also use it before a blowout. Like I'll bring it with me to get a blowout and I'll blow dry it. And it also looks absolutely stunning after it's dried. But the sleek back bun is the way to go. It just looks so nice and beautiful. And it's honestly multitasking at its finest. To get specific with you, it has key ingredients like AHA and omega-9. And these are known to rebuild the hair bonds inside the strands. So it replenishes the outside barrier of damaged hair. I use a lot of heat tools on my hair. So this is a game changer. I fell in love with it. I love the travel one. It's so cute. It's so efficient. It's tiny. Just throw it in my handbag. You can purchase Ultimate Repair Miracle Hair Rescue at Amazon and Ulta now. One of the steps in going non-toxic was cleaning up my kitchenware. I wanted non-toxic kitchenware. I wanted everything to be chemical-free ceramic coating, and I just wanted like none of the nasty stuff when I'm trying to cook eggs. So I wanted kitchenware that had no PFAS, no PTFE, and no PFOA, or any other of those hard-to-pronounce chemicals. I don't want to be cooking eggs for my kids and have to worry about my kitchenware having toxic chemicals in it. So enter Caraway Home. The one I got, it's a whole situation. It's like a whole setup. And it's called the Deluxe Cookware Set. It's a 7-piece set. It's so pretty that I literally will keep my bone broth out on the stove in a pot. You should know that not only is this cookware so aesthetically pleasing, it's non-toxic. So you don't need to worry about any of the hard to pronounce chemicals. You can just cook your eggs, make your bone broth, make your pancakes on amazing and non-toxic kitchenware. I'm obsessed personally with the beige color. It's really chic. It has like silver details. And this is the best, I think, gift for the holidays. Who doesn't want non-toxic cookware? Visit carawayhome.com/skinny10 to take advantage of this limited time offer for up to 20% off your next purchase. This deal is exclusive for our listeners and won't last long. So visit carawayhome.com/skinny10. You want to get your new kitchenware before the holidays. Caraway, non-toxic cookware made modern. So how do we manipulate our husbands, boyfriends, guy friends to getting into an esthetician? Because that I think is a struggle for a lot of people who are listening. A lot of women want to get their husbands on skincare routines. What's a good product to start them on?
Well, you know, a good cleanser, obviously a cleanser and a moisturizer and a sunscreen is what everyone needs. That's the staple. But I think there's no difference between a guy and a girl. We're all human beings and we all have skin and we all should be taking care of our skin. And I think that if men could realize that it's attractive. It's very attractive when a man looks nice, when their skin looks healthy.
I just read something. A crust. I just read something.
Crust.
I call it crust. I just read something in a magazine that says 50% of the way you walk into a room that people perceive as healthy is your skin.
100%.
So if you look at someone with dull, bad skin, your brain automatically does not think that they're a sign of health and radiance.
100%.
Your skin, the way you walk into a room, if you have crusty skin, like you did when I met you. I'm just kidding.
No, Michael's never had crusty skin, but definitely, okay, as time ticks on, you know, you're Zaza and Towns age, and then you're a teenager and you're exposed to all the elements of the outdoor, and you start seeing this aging, and girls just historically will take better care of their skin because their moms are. But I'm trying to change that. I don't care, man, woman, or whatever you are this day and age, animal, whatever the fuck, you know, everyone needs to be taking care of their skin. And not just from an aesthetic point of view, skin cancer, right? So Jimmy Buffett just died of Merkel cell, you know, a very rare form of skin cancer. My husband, I found a little bump on the top of his head. We ended up at John Wayne Cancer Institute, major surgery down to the skull, had to have reconstructive and lymph nodes out. If it wasn't for me finding that on the top of his head, he'd be dead. And it's because Ed drove around in a convertible all of his life, living in the Caribbean, no sunscreen, because people just think, right? No, skin cancer is going to kill you. Bottom line.
You take really preventative measures with skincare. You literally told me, I'm fucking dying. She told me that she goes to Mary's Tack and Feed, which is a horse riding store in San Diego, and she buys the horse riding shirts
Mhm.
to wear when she takes walks because they're like thick, right?
Well, what they'll protect you from the sun, but they zip all the way up to underneath my neck,
Yeah.
and then it's vented under the arm into the armpit so it breathes.
Nice.
But they're lightweight and they protect you like crazy. And that's what I wear when I'm playing tennis, when I'm out for a walk in the dogs,
Hat
out
always.
gardening. Oh,
Eric
my.
Jarvis hats inspired me.
Yeah. Well, and I want to come out with my own hat because there's some things that I need, but I always wear a large brimmed hat. A ball cap might look cute. It's providing zero sun protection. It might protect you to your cheekbones.
What?
Yes.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, seriously. No, if you're outside, you need a large brimmed hat in order to protect you from the sun. Think about it. You have this little brim. What's it going to protect you to your cheekbones? Big whoop.
So I have to walk out in a huge brimmed hat.
Yes.
I do my driving gloves.
Good girl.
And I also think what's so cool about you is you told me that like your face is to your nipples.
Yes. Your face goes literally from your forehead down to your chest. Yours too, Michael.
Well, my thing is like if you're going to take care of your face every night and you're already there,
Mhm.
you might as well take it down to your nipples.
Yep.
And if you have extra product, don't you dare wash that off. Put it on your hands, right?
100%. But I'm getting to the point now where I'm like TNS in my arms. I'm turning 60. I'm like, forget this shit, doll.
I mean,
my butt.
yeah, you're like my big toe. There is something that I have not talked to you about. I don't think that I would love for you to weigh in on. I am seeing so many young girls overfill their face.
Oh my God, it's horrible.
And what I've found after just observing it is it's actually ages a
Mhm.
person because it brings the eye down if you get it like in your jawline and your cheeks and your chin and or your folds right here. And it doesn't necessarily age well either because it stretches the skin.
I agree with you
I think it
100%.
photographs better than it looks in person.
That's called a filter, but yeah, honey.
Well, no, I think
yeah.
Michael. I think
No, but I mean that
he's
because-
right. Well, and I mean, let's just talk about that for a second. I am 60 on October 10th. I had a facelift when I was 50, so it's been 10 years. I went to the best surgeon. I'm going to give a plug, Timothy Martin in San Francisco, hands down in my opinion.
So good.
Thank you. But I did that 10 years ago. And I feel like I look in the mirror and I'm like, I need a little something. Now, I just bought, I call it the Birkin because I could have bought another Birkin bag, but instead I bought this. It's the Neotris microcurrent machine, which will give you a facelift effect. But it's just repetition. You have to do it twice a week for 3 weeks to build it up. And it's something I just need to do to myself. But I see, oh my gosh, the under my eyes and nasolabial folds. I've had nothing, no filler. I can't do Botox anymore because if I do Botox, my eyebrows fall. So I just do my skincare and my, I do my my facial treatments myself. But there are things, laser treatments and things that you can do to help so you don't need to go down that road.
But what is it about filler that you think, why are people overfilling and what is it actually doing in the long term?
They're all
to
trying to look like everybody that's filtered online. Everyone's being influenced by
I think that a lot of these celebrities, it's not necessarily filler what they're getting.
Well,
They're getting
I'll tell you
facelifts.
what's interesting is I talk to a lot of my guy friends. A lot of my guy friends really have like a visceral reaction to women
hate it.
overfilling. They don't like it.
His friends don't like it.
That's good.
I personally don't like it either. I think, listen, do what you want, but from like what I think the guys I know are attracted to, it's not maybe, and listen, this is different for everybody, but most of the males I know, it's not their preference. But to your point, I think there's a lot of women seeing other women doing this online and then trying to emulate, quote unquote, people that they believe to be famous or getting attention. And they're doing these things and everyone's like, what the fuck is going on?
Exactly. 100%. So, and the younger generation, which shame on the doctor or the nurse that's injecting these people, all right? They're just trying to make money. Shame on them. But, if I could talk proper skincare, some hyaluronic acid and a good moisturizer is going to plump up your skin beautifully. And now I'm all for plastic surgery. When it's time, a good facial massage and your buccal fat pad and all that stuff, that's going to give you a little temporary lift. But the only thing that's really, if you've got a lot of excess skin and you need a facelift, you need to go in for surgery and have a facelift by a good board-certified plastic surgeon.
How do you know a good one from a bad one?
talk to someone like me.
Yeah, you find someone who looks really good.
You get a couple of consultations, talk to someone like you. You've been, there's a lot of really good and a lot of really bad plastic surgeons out there.
Yeah, I think that you have to see the kind of work someone does.
100%. Look at before and after pictures. Make sure they're board certified. How many facelifts do they do? If you're going to someone who, does everything under the sun, might not want to go to that particular person.
Yes, because it's not a specialty.
Exactly. But there are things, there's lasers, and like my Birkin, my Neotris machine, which it's microcurrent. Microcurrent's incredible. And it is known for the non-surgical facelift. It's just, again, it's a commitment. You have to come in twice a week for 3 weeks.
But isn't every single thing in life a commitment and discipline? Like to me, it makes a lot of sense that you would pull commitment and discipline through to your skincare routine.
100%.
If you want beautiful glowing skin, you have to commit and have the discipline to do it.
Well, like we were saying a bit ago, and I'm all over the map, but you guys are busy with the kids. But at night, when you have a second, and I tell people, make it your me time. Yeah. Light a candle, put on some music, whatever, makes you feel good. And take that 10 minutes. What's 10 minutes to get your skin clean, put on your regimen, use some of your wonderful tools, and get yourself ready for bed. Or some people are like, oh my God, I'm so tired by the time I get home. I'm so busy with the kids and making dinner. Here's what I say. Before you get involved in all that, maybe while they're doing the homework, go in and do your evening routine. It doesn't have to be right before you go to bed. Just get all the shit off your face from all day long, your makeup, your sunscreen, get your routine on, and then you can make your dinner, you do whatever, have your glass of wine. If you're tired, then you hit the hay.
Yeah, that's a great tip. It doesn't have to be right before you go to bed.
Not at all.
I make Michael do his skincare in the dark because I don't like lights on at night. So
Are you serious?
Yeah, he has to do it to a salt rock lamp.
I can do it
those like olden days people with the light where they would like the lantern? He's like
no,
that
I turn
with
a little
the
salt rock
he has
lamp
a
on.
tiny little salt rock nightlight that he's allowed to use because the too much light at night, I can't do it.
Well, though, truthfully, I could probably give a facial with my blindfolded. I mean, you just learn. I can put lip liner on without a mirror. I mean, I can do everything without a mirror.
So can Michael Bostic because
he's doing it. Michael,
he's doing it by salt.
But look at right now. You just have your skincare on. Yeah. Look at how glowing your skin is. Your skin has never looked this good.
No,
it looks so.
I'm like a real Benjamin Button right now.
Yeah, you are looking good.
Yes.
You better be careful, Lauren.
What's something that people need to look for when it comes to Botox? Like, what are mistakes that you see people doing wrong with that?
Well, I just think that too much of anything. I mean, a little of everything is fine. Anything in moderation. The Botox is every 3 to 4 months. I think twice a year is all you should really do Botox. And I think on all of those counts for fillers and Botox and all that, I think less is more.
You really do. You've told me. I'll be like, I have a wrinkle right there. You're like, nope, you don't need to do anything right now.
And
you know what's interesting with me, because we've talked and I've got it a few times. I haven't done it in almost
she doesn't
2
want
years,
you to get it.
But she told me that I shouldn't do it because it'll drop my...
Yep. Because you have, when I get my hair done, I'm like, I don't have a 4-head. I have more of like an 8-head. I was, because hair loss and all that shit. I mean, you have the most amazing head of hair, and you have a very short forehead. So and you have a very heavy eyebrow, all of it very handsome, by the way.
Thank you.
But if you put Botox in
keep you around here more,
in your
Stacie.
frontalis muscles, the frontalis muscles are located above the eyebrows, about the size of silver dollars. And that is the muscle that's injected that elevates your eyebrow, right? So if you inject this too much, your eyebrows are going to fall and you're going to look angry. Now,
yes.
Someone who really knows what they're doing, they may want to just inject your corrugators a little bit and open this up. Your corrugators just make you frown, right? So if you just put a little Botox in here and maybe a little in the tails of your eyebrows, that's going to kind of open up your eyes a little bit. But again, less is more. Then you don't want to also do around your eyes. It's those people that they talk and nothing moves. I don't think that's a good look as the overfill look. Now, this is just my opinion. That's just
when
my opinion.
When you're in a facial, it's like being with a cook in the kitchen. It's like a chef, the way that you construct your facial. If someone is listening and they are in, let's just say they're in, I don't know, Minnesota, and they can't get a facial with you, what are the non-negotiables to ask for in their facial? Like, what are things? And by the way, I believe you need to be an advocate for yourself in a facial in a respectful way to the esthetician. Like,
100%.
I think it's a collaborative thing, and you can just be like, hey, like, these are the things I want to get done. I think it's a mistake to just go in and say, do whatever you want.
You know, I just worked on someone yesterday who she lives half here, half in New York. And when she's here, she sees me. And she went to someone in New York, a new gal, had a facial, and the lady didn't interact at all. The client just wanted to go to sleep. She was tired. She was jet lagged. This esthetician did whatever she wanted, and she had an adverse reaction, an allergic reaction to a particular product, and her face just blew up. And you have to let the esthetician know, do you having any allergic reaction, anything? Hey, I'm sensitive to lavender, pumpkin. Who knows what it is?
I'm sensitive to niacinamide. I say that if I go to a new person, I say that. I'll be like, I really like facial massage because I like the sculpting. I'll say, I really want to focus on lifting my eyebrows. They can take the fluid out of there and lift that. I'll say, I really like it when my skin feels super hydrated. Like I communicate with the facialist
you need
before
to do that.
you even start. If someone's communicating with their facialist, what are things that they should say?
Well, I think starting out, less is more, obviously. You don't want to be too aggressive, don't want to overstrip your skin. You want to cleanse your skin, exfoliate your skin, and then treat your skin and hydrate your skin, basically. That's a facial. Now, you both know that my facials are all incredibly customized to each individual needs, and it's going to change every time I see you. But it's cleansing, exfoliating, treating and hydrating and protecting is what you need to do. But just don't be too aggressive. Some people are too aggressive, and find out how much experience your esthetician has.
What are the most common things that you have to maybe work to correct? Like say
hyperpigmentation. I would say hyperpigmentation from sun damage. Extreme dehydration from someone just not taking care of their skin. Possibly blemishes, some acne, again, from just not taking care of your skin. And a lot of this also comes from your total overall health and well-being. What you're eating, what you're drinking, what your lifestyle is like. If you're boozing it up, eating pizza, drinking Coke, you're going to look like shit. It's just the way it is.
Yep.
Now, I'm not saying that you can't enjoy a piece of pizza or a piece of cake and have some, cocktails, but everything in moderation.
Yeah, you're just saying if you don't have a healthy lifestyle, you're not going to have healthy skin.
No, your skin is a reflection of you, of your daily lifestyle. Everyone should be drinking half their body weight in ounces of water a day. You're 120 pounds, 60 ounces of water.
Have you taken a sip of water today?
I drink a shitload of water.
Just make
tons.
Sense.
So
Michael does a huge bottle in the shower. That's his thing.
No.
He takes the bottle in the shower.
In the morning, I go slow throughout the day, but in the morning, right when I get up, 32 ounces goes in my body within the first 30 minutes of me.
Yeah,
awake.
that's smart. He's
me
good
too.
with that.
So let's see. For the last 35 years. Water, lemon, and since you guys turned me on to the Quinton.
The minerals.
Love that stuff. Love the minerals. I do water, lemon, minerals. Then I do water, fire cider, glutathione package, and vitamin C package. Then I do green tea latte with my Agent Nature, which I didn't bring, my Holy Mane. Love. It's just 2 ingredients, non-GMO kosher fish and pearl for hair, skin, and nails. I've done that routine every single day for over 30 years.
And what I'll do is I will take that routine and I will post a blog post on it so people can go see all of those things you do, because you have told me that you do that fire cider, you do your Agent Nature, collagen in your green tea latte. Like, you've told me that since I've gone to you.
Yeah.
That's your same routine.
When I travel, I do that, except for the fire cider, which is apple cider vinegar, but it is on steroids. But I take everything with me when I travel, wherever I go. Water and lemon turns your body alkaline. Cancer can't live in an alkaline environment. To me, water is one of the most inexpensive, easy cure-alls on the planet. Everybody takes water and lemon in the morning. My God, you're going to turn your system alkaline, and cancer can't live in an alkaline environment. It's so healthy.
I recently, because I just knew I was drinking way too much coffee, too much caffeine, and I was hydrating a lot, but I
drinking water.
I couldn't get hydrated, and I think people overuse. I mean, listen, I love coffee, and I think it can be healthy in moderation, but I think we over caffeinate ourselves in this, especially in this culture.
And that'll dehydrate you, by the way.
Yeah, and then you can't get hydrated. That was my problem. I was like, why am I dehydrated? I'm drinking all this water. It's because it's way too much coffee.
Right.
If you're having multiple cups of coffee throughout the day to get through, there's no way you're hydrating properly.
I haven't had coffee for, probably, I don't know, 15 years.
It was hard
How?
to
Yeah.
fix it, but I just subs it with green tea or
Do you not
matcha
do
or
it because
whatever.
it dries your skin?
No, I had to have my gallbladder removed back in 2011. And after that, I was unable to drink coffee. I would burp like a sailor. I'd fart. It was terrible. It would just make me so
Did it
gassy.
make you feel good?
No, I couldn't do it. So I do peak green tea, matcha green tea every single morning.
They can use code skinny for peak tea.
Oh,
I
perfect. We
love
love
their
peak tea.
matcha.
Yeah, I
love
love
it.
their matcha too.
Love it. Love it. Love it.
Do
Love
you
it.
do it with almond milk or do you just do it with
Almond. So I mainly hot water and a little bit of almond milk
yum
and a little bit of Manuka honey. And then I use my little whatever you're the
frother?
frother. Yeah. And
What are you eating throughout the day to support healthy skin?
Lauren and I are constantly exposed on this show to the best in the business when it comes to supplements and optimization tools. It is rare that we are shocked by a new product on the market, which is why I am so excited today to talk about Ketone IQ by HVMN. This stuff is absolutely fantastic. For the longest time, because I have not found something that gives me a good, clean, calm energy, I typically just take coffee. But now that I found Ketone IQ, anytime that I need to perform, whether that's going to the gym, doing this podcast, if I need to focus at work and just need that extra boost of energy, and I don't want to use sugar or caffeine, I take a Ketone IQ by HVMN. So many of our friends and high performers that come on this show were talking about this product long before we got involved. With this product, unlike jittery caffeine and some sugar products, you just get this calm flow state of energy. It makes you feel really good. Like I said, I can do a podcast and be extremely focused, or I can also go into an intense workout and absolutely crush it. This stuff has been such a game changer, like I said, when it comes to our fitness routine, when it comes to our health routine, when we want to focus, when we want more energy, when we don't want to take something with sugar or caffeine, especially later in the day. And you can really, this stuff is popping up everywhere. You can find it at your local Sprouts nationwide and, of course, online. So check it out. We, as always, have a special offer for you. You can save 30% off your first subscription order of Ketone IQ at hvmn.com/skinny. Again, that is hvmn.com/skinny. You won't be sorry. Get a great workout in, focus, use it however you want whenever you need that extra boost of clean energy.
Let me tell you about your first drink of the night for a better tomorrow, ZBiotics Pre-Alcohol Probiotic. This is truly insane. This is engineered by a team of PhD microbiologists, and ZBiotics is a probiotic drink. Basically, it breaks down the byproduct of alcohol, which is responsible for the rough mornings after drinking. So what you do, and I have tried this many times, and boy, oh boy, was I pleased. Step one is you have a ZBiotic. So for best results, you want to make ZBiotics your first drink of the night. So what I did is I went out for steak and wine with my friends the other night, and I had my ZBiotic before I went to the restaurant. Then step two is drink responsibly. We had red wine and maybe a margarita or two. Pace yourself, hydrate, get a good night's sleep. And then you wake up in the morning and you actually enjoy tomorrow. I woke up refreshed. I actually literally went on a walk at 7:30 in the morning. I was washing my face, doing a sheet mask. I was even texting my team, I'm so annoying at 8 a.m. Sorry, Katie. And it just made the morning so much more pleasurable than not having it. So if you're going to drink this holiday season, which I'm sure a lot of you are, you definitely want to go check out ZBiotics. This holiday season, give your friends and family a gift that they actually want to use with ZBiotics. Go to zbiotics.com/skinny. You get 15% off your first order when you use code SKINNY at checkout. ZBiotics is backed with a 100% money-back guarantee, so if you're unsatisfied for any reason, they'll refund your money, no questions asked. Remember, head to zbiotics.com/skinny and use code SKINNY at checkout. You get 15% off. Thank you, ZBiotics, for sponsoring this episode and our good times. I started drinking AG1 because of Michael. I was inspired by him. He drinks it every single morning. He does it in his little shaker bottle situation. He does it before I wake up. He does his lemon water, his AG1, shakes it up, drinks it down. And how I like to take it is I started frothing it with water and ice and a straw. It's so good. It's absolutely delicious. And it's a great way to just get it all in. So every scoop has prebiotic, probiotic, digestive enzymes. It has gut support, magnesium, B vitamins, all the things, even vitamin C and zinc to support your immune health. I'm personally obsessed with the little packets. When I travel, I will put them in my carry-on bag. And then when I get to the hotel, I actually have my frother in my bag and I'll froth it up. And I take it the whole time whenever I'm doing a trip because those little bags are just so efficient to travel with. To give you a little background, AG1 is a foundational nutrition supplement that supports your body's universal needs like gut optimization,
stress management, and immune support. AG1 is the supplement I trust to provide the support my body needs daily, and that's why they've been a partner for so long. If you want to take ownership of your health, it starts with AG1. Try AG1 and get a free 1-year supply of vitamin D3K2 and my favorite, 5 free AG1 travel packs with your first purchase. Go to drinkag1.com/skinny. That's drinkag1.com/skinny. Check it out.
Let's see. So I'll have a protein shake with spinach, blueberries, strawberries, banana. Protein. I've been doing Total Wellness protein. It's 30 grams. I try to get at least 30 grams of protein with each meal. I'm not a big eater. I'll have a salad at dinner or like late lunch, salmon, chicken. I mean, come on, everybody knows me. What does Daisy order? Salmon.
You always eat salmon.
So much salmon.
It's good
I've
for you.
never seen someone eat so much salmon, but it's so good for your skin.
You
So
need to
good.
eat more salmon.
Yeah,
Lauren.
I eat a ton of salmon. Quinoa. I'll snack. I like Aloha protein bars because they're really low in sugar, 30 grams of protein, and they don't hurt my stomach. I don't do dairy. It doesn't agree with me. So I'll do coconut yogurt with maybe some good healthy granola, blueberries, raspberries. I mean, you guys have known me for how many years? I've always eaten like this. I eat simple and clean, but I do have, you know me, I can also drink my body weight in Biacart Salmon Rosé. I love my champagne. Let's be real. That is my nemesis.
We have drinking a few bottles of that together.
And I like sweets. Every once in a while, I like, chocolate. And my husband, he's cookies, candies, cake, and ice cream. I love my husband to death, but
Do you
Hi,
think
Ed.
he's listening right now?
he 100%.
Hi, Ed.
Hi, honey. I
Ed's
love
so
you.
cute.
Miss you, Ed.
So, what are some free hacks and tips that our audience can do? For instance, you mentioned earlier changing your pillowcase every 2 weeks. What are other little things that people wouldn't think of? Maybe they're struggling with acne and it's actually not from what they think it's from.
So our water in San Diego is really dry and really terrible.
Like the water you shower with.
Like the water you shower with.
Get a shower head.
Get a shower head.
I just got the VitaClean and
Excellent.
I love it.
Yep. But if you can't afford that, honestly, you could take a bottle of water and dump it over your head and your body in the shower. It actually feels good too. I do that after I shampoo my hair. I take bottled water and go all over my head. And
honestly,
it's cold.
I think that you might like the VitaClean because it's like bottled water over your head.
That's the one you replace little cartridges or something?
Yeah, and
Okay, I'll
the
try it.
water
It
is
completely changes your water.
the water is what's
It
weird is
filters all the bad
we
shit
have
out of
2
it.
shower heads and we put the VitaClean on one shower head and we didn't put it on the other. And what I noticed is I started gravitating towards the shower with the VitaClean, and so did Zaza.
Really?
She was like, "Mommy, I don't like that one. I like this one." The water is soft, beautiful.
We have a system throughout our house that does that.
But you also want the bottled
Yeah,
water.
Yeah.
Why? It just makes a difference.
It just makes a difference. To me, because it's a bottled water
Yeah.
and I like the cold. I haven't graduated that whole cold plunge thing, which I'd like to, but I just do cold water all over my scalp and my face when I'm done with my shower. But at the bathroom sink at night, if I'm not taking a shower before bed, cold bottled water on a cotton round over your face after you cleanse before your skincare.
to get everything off.
Yeah, and that's going to nice clean water. I can't tell you how many people have seen a difference in their skin's clarity from doing that.
I'm going to try that.
Yeah,
I haven't
it's
tried that yet.
amazing. It's amazing.
Another Staci Christie tip that you gave me is never wash your face in hot water.
Never.
Why?
Always use because it strips your skin.
Right. So
Yeah.
you like cold.
Yeah. Well, lukewarm. And I like
Lukewarm.
to finish it off with cold.
Yeah, that's how you give a facial.
Yep.
You warm it up to cool it down. You guys, when she gives me a facial, she uses 2 Skinny Confidential ice rollers
Mhm.
on my face at once. It's literally amazing. I'm surprised you don't ask me to do this at home.
Yeah.
She does it
I didn't know it was an option.
well, you never know.
2 is always better than 1, Michael.
Yeah,
That's-
2
yeah.
is better than 1. Imagine 2 on your face at once. It
Yeah.
feels so good.
After when I have your mask on, I have a mask on, and then I use the Skinny Confidential roller. It feels so good. It also just calms down because, my process is usually it's a lot of exfoliation, kind of heating things up. One time I had a client tell me, she says, Staci's facial, she summed it up as, she lights you on fire, then she sends you to the deep freeze.
That is
And
how
then
it is.
you look amazing. You're glowing. IPL, which is a laser treatment, aka photofacial intensive pulse light laser. It targets pigment and vascular lesions. And yes, it needs to be done by someone who knows what they're doing. I worked in plastic surgery for 17 years. So I have an extensive knowledge in laser treatments and all of that kind of stuff. There's a lot of people out there that can go anywhere, and also in different states. There's different, different licensing for things. But if you're not going to someone who knows what the hell they're doing, they could burn you. If you someone who has dark undertone skin, you don't want to do a laser treatment on because it could actually hyperpigment them.
Which goes back to everyone's skin is different.
100%. One of my favorite things to do on people is the VI peel, which I've done on both of you. I think I'm going to be doing it on you later today.
You are.
Yay.
I had her bring it up from San Diego with my brow tint.
Yes, and dermaplane.
And my nose waxer. She's pouring shit in my nose to wax.
Yeah, we're going to wax Michael's nose too, and Weston's.
Jesus.
And Taylor's. Taylor.
Oh, yeah, Taylor.
Pervy, do you want?
No.
Oh!
You want me to wax your asshole? Okay.
Oh!
It's going to cost you, pal.
I actually have a question. I have a
gonna
question
cost
for
a lot.
Taylor. So Taylor is someone who shaves everything. He's talked about it on air. He shaves his entire nether regions.
Okay.
But he's constantly getting razor burn. So when he lifts his shirt, he has razor burn up to his belly button.
Are you using a single blade razor? Are you using an electric razor? What kind of shave are you using?
It's one of
Are
those
you
ones
using
that
the
has, like,
Skinny Confidential
Are you-
razor?
what are you
it's
using
got,
for
like,
real?
3 blades on it.
No, you need to up that to the Fusion 5 blade.
Oh, damn.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Ooh.
Fusion
Maybe
5
it is a
blade.
Fusion 5. I don't
And
know.
Fusion 5 and get it real sudsy and clean and hold it real tight.
I can't have this
Did you
visual
just
right
throw
now.
up in your mouth,
Yeah, I'm not
Lauren?
having this visual right now.
Wait, but my question is.
And then finish it off with cold water.
Yeah.
Okay,
I bet
and
you're
you know
doing it
what?
with hot
He's
water,
doing it with
aren't you?
hot water with a 3 blade.
No, and you know another good thing, but it would
He's a
probably
weed
it would
whacker.
hurt a little bit on your nads. Is one of those the high frequency? You know what I use? I call it the little bug
Oh my
zapper.
God, that would hurt.
Well,
That's a good
turn
tip.
it down.
That's a good tip.
But it kills bacteria.
Call it the bug zapper?
Yes.
Bug zapper on
Wait,
the balls.
oh,
Bug
wait.
zapper on the ball.
If he already has the razor burn though, like if it's already there,
Then don't shave for a little bit. You
but
need
is
to
there
let it.
anything he can use?
You could use a little bit of like ceramide treatment cream. You can even use a little trace of hydrocortisone 1% with ceramide. Put it on there because that'll help reduce inflammation. But you don't want to shave. Do you remember the time that I ran into you guys? You were walking the dogs. I think we only had Zaza. Towns wasn't born yet. And you were hiding your face from me. And Michael said, Stace, look at Lauren's skin. You had folliculitis all over your face.
Yeah, it was dermatitis.
It was dermatitis,
Yeah.
folliculitis dermatitis, and it was from microblading dermaplaning over dermaplaning over dermaplaning.
I also have a theory.
What's that?
I also think it was from cinnamon toothpaste. There is something. Yes,
Cinnamon
go Google
toothpaste?
this. You're gonna
But
text
it was on your
me later.
whole face.
I
Or do you brush your
I
teeth?
think no. With the over dermaplaning.
Mm-hmm.
What is it called? Microblading, not microblading. And then
Dermaplaning.
cinnamon toothpaste mixed together. There's something in cinnamon toothpaste that offsets the reaction. I
That's-
switched my toothpaste.
Okay, that's a possibility. But when there's a razor burn, razor rash, whatever, you don't want to then go and shave or dermaplane over the top of that. You need to let the skin heal.
So don't dermaplane my testicles after I've already frozen that.
This
Don't
is correct.
squeeze cinnamon toothpaste
But
all
are you
over your
still?
dick.
Are you? I mean, like, you're still doing all that, man?
No,
You haven't grown up yet, and just let it kind of.
yeah, just
No,
let it grow.
It just gets out of control.
You look like it looks like a little.
I'm
boy.
gonna have the smoothest testicles ever. There will be no wrinkles.
I've had so enough of your testicles today. Can we change the subject to my face?
You can put a little CE ferulic on them too.
Yeah. When it comes to shaving your face, because I like a shaved face. I know you like a shaved face.
100%.
What are the practices that people need to do it right?
Great question. Cleanse your skin really well first. I'm talking double cleanse, pre-cleanse, the bottled water, make sure that the cotton round is clean. Then use your shaving cream, the Skinny Confidential shaving cream, because you want to have a barrier between that and the razor, and shave downwards. So when I'm dermaplaning a face, I'm also using a surgical blade that's indicated for dermaplaning, and I'm taking off a layer of dead skin as well. And I'm, going the opposite direction, but I know what I'm doing. Oftentimes people at home, they're just maybe a little bit awkward at working on their own skin. They could actually create little micro tears. So make sure your skin is clean, make sure you have your shaving cream on, shave down with the hair, then cleanse your skin again, cold water rinse. And if you have either the light stem for acne or not a microcurrent,
Hydrofrequency or high frequency.
the high frequency.
You had me get
excellent.
one off Amazon. I'll post that on the
Mhm.
blog post.
Yep.
You guys, it's like $30 and you just can use it whenever you have like a rash or dermatitis or
Yep.
whatever.
Or a little pimple. You know, if you have a little blemish on your skin, cleanse your skin and just zap, zap, zap. Just kind of hit the pimple with it, back and forth, and that's going to help just reduce the inflammation.
Taylor's taking notes for his razor burn. Oh, Trenton Owen on TikTok. It's all the rage. TikTok trends. What do you think about Trenton Owen? What do you think about the TikTok trends?
I think that that everyone should take everything with a grain of salt.
Do you like Trenton Owen?
Not particularly.
I don't either. I think it's
What
still
the hell is Trenton Owen?
it's all over TikTok. I think it literally gives you waxy skin.
Well, it is like a form of retinol. You know, it's just for cellular turnover, but it's just the latest craze again. For some people, it might be the right product. It's not the right product for me, for myself, and I would have to give everyone a consultation. But most people, it might be a little too strong for.
How do we get rid of milia under our eyes, the little white dots?
That is impossible unless you go to someone like me with a 30 gauge needle. And prior to getting them out with a 30 gauge needle, the skin needs to be prepped. No, I've done it to you.
He's
You're
done it
not
to
even
you.
aware of it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
She's
Yeah.
done it to you. She
In
uses
your-
the little
yeah.
needle.
What
She's
does
done
a
it to me
30
too.
gauge needle do?
A 30 gauge needle I use to elevate out so it
But
you know,
you
get it
can't
under the
just
skin.
do that. You have to prep the skin.
You have to prep the skin.
This is the problem.
Milia is never going
What
to come
is the
out of
milia caused from?
a buildup of product, not getting the skin clean enough, someone's using the wrong makeup or sunscreen, or their makeup brushes are
Hot yoga.
filthy. Hot yoga with makeup on,
Oof.
you know, and so then milia is just a little bit of oil gland under the skin and it almost looks like a little pearl. And so you're never going to get that on your own. And you don't want to be taking some sewing needle to your face, folks. Please go to an esthetician and let he or she properly extract that milia. And it has to be elevated out with the 30 gauge needle. I mean, but I worked in an operating room forever.
What's
you know.
the craziest thing you saw in an operating room?
Oh, shit. I think one of the first surgical procedures I did was a facelift. Actually, I remember this. And it was on a Friday, and my girlfriend and I were driving out to the desert, Jules, and we were driving in her Beamer out to Palm Springs for the weekend. And I explained to her step by step that when we did the forehead lift back in the day, you would do an incision, basically earlobe over the top of the head to earlobe. And then you would peel down the forehead, right? Everything would peel down. So you would have the whole scalp, like to here by your eyebrows. And then you would pull it back tight and anchor it with sutures and cut off the excess skin. And
I have to dissociate
throw it in the
from that.
bucket.
That is a lot. That is a
Has
lot. They don't do-
technology advanced? Because
Yeah,
I'm
what
not
do
doing
they
that
do? What do
shit.
they do?
Yeah, that was back in the 80s. You know, so now they do different forms to where you can do things arthroscopically and things like that. So that's not as invasive, but they'll still putting screws in your head.
Ugh.
You know,
They're pulling from the scalp now, right?
yeah. I mean, but oftentimes in a facelift, you know, a facelift, people, you know, will also sometimes not realize a facelift. They're like, I just want my neck done. In order to get your neck done, you make an incision, top of your ears, into the tragus, which is this little guy right here in your ear, behind, back into your neck, and you undermine. In order to get to here, you have to undermine through all of this stuff, right, to get down to your
So you
clavicle
don't just want to
bones.
do one area because then the other area will look weird.
Right. Well, you can't get to your neck without traveling through at least a lower
Got
face.
it. So you have to go
and
through the lower
then
face.
your temple's a whole different jaw, you know. And I never did anything on my upper face. So that's when I go in the next year or two, you know, have a little tune up.
What are you going to tune up?
Oh, well, I would like to have my face just a little tighter, you know, because I've got nasolabial folds and I see some things that I'd like to change, but I will not go do filler. I won't do it. I will not go down that road.
It just looks like
Fake.
Yes,
I'd rather look, it's like,
looks-
you know what, I'm 60 and I'm proud of it, kind of, sort
I
of.
kind of am like,
great.
I'm
Thanks.
not into filler.
No.
I'm not into it.
No.
Unless I'm into it sparingly done right, barely there, effortless, enhanced, like enhancing the person. I'm not into it to just overfill.
No, and I think that hopefully that is actually, you know, weaning out as far as a fad goes, because I don't think it's an attractive look at all. And like Michael was saying, men are looking at women going, wow, that's hot. I mean, it's freakish.
I think if things start to look too artificial, I don't think that we've evolved yet far enough to find artificial looks that attractive. I mean, there's certain things, but I think if it's too far out, I mean, we had Anastasia of Beverly Hills with the brows, right? The golden talked about the golden ratio. I think people are fucking up the golden ratio, and we've evolved to find certain things attractive. When you get so outlandish with it, I think men are like, "What the hell's going on?"
1,000%.
If someone wants to do a customized skincare situation with you, what should they do? Should they reach out to you on Instagram?
At Staci Christie Skin.
At Stacie Christie Skin. So they can DM you.
Yep.
And what I would recommend is if this was me and I'm living somewhere away from you, what I would do is I would book a Skype with you.
Yes.
I would talk through what my skin's like with you. And I would have you like prescribe a skincare routine to me.
I do with that people all over the world.
Yeah.
And what I want to see is what you're currently using, because I'm not one of those that's going to go in and let's change everything up. It's expensive.
Yeah.
And it's an investment. You're investing in yourself. And we can always just take baby steps. And I can create the simplest routine that's user-friendly. And that's another thing is I want to set people up for success, right? Especially the male species, that they're not so into a 12-step skincare program.
I do think we need to add Phyto-A brightening treatment to Michael. I think he'll love that because you said it's great for capillaries and redness. I think he'll really, that is, out of all the products, and I know I can't say to anyone to get this because it's like you said, everyone's different.
Yes.
But for me, that Phyto-A brightening treatment is like, I'm obsessed with it, the way it lays.
Everyone needs a good cleanser. Everyone needs a good serum. And I prefer vitamin C serum. I like a vitamin C for everyone. And by the way, SkinCeuticals, which is my favorite line for the vitamin Cs, I have few different vitamin Cs. One that targets acne, one that targets pigment, or the CE ferulic. Vitamin C, hyaluronic acid. I do like hyaluronic acid after we get to like at least age 30, because hyaluronic acid you want to use before a moisturizer. You would never use just hyaluronic acid. You put hyaluronic acid on to draw 1,000 times its weight in water to the skin. Your moisturizer over the top of that seals it, and that's what draws the moisturizer.
You're on that?
Yeah.
You're on HA?
Yep, and then a moisturizer over the top.
Okay.
Yep, and at nighttime is cellular turnover. Cleanse, cellular turnover, hyaluronic acid moisturizer.
If you're in San Diego, if I was in LA, San Francisco, if I was in Cabo, I would come get a facial with you. If you're anywhere near San Diego, go run to get a facial with Staci Christie. You are booked out those so far in advance.
You know,
I literally have to book like a year out in advance with you.
Well, I'm booking until I think like February or March, but you know, I'm always getting cancellations and I still am taking new clients. But I mean, of course, I'm going to always take care of my existing clients. People that have been, most of the people that I see, I've been seeing since like 2001, 2002.
Yeah, because once you get hooked on the heroin of you, it's like you can't, you see how good your skin can look.
You can.
Yeah.
And, you know, you don't necessarily need to see me if you don't live near me. I can always, you know, after I do a consultation with you, I can send you, I sent, like during COVID, I was sending facials to people with like microderm scrub and a certain enzyme exfoliant.
Yeah, you can work with,
created that.
Anyone.
Appeals, different things. I can always do that. But at least getting everyone on their individualized skincare regimen for morning and evening, that's key. And that's going to make all the difference in the world. Even if you saw someone like me once or twice a year and went on a good skincare regimen that you're consistent with, and that's what I'll do is set you up for success, something that you're actually going to use every morning and every night, like Michael's now doing, and look at his skin.
Glowing.
Yeah.
I do have to shout out my mother-in-law, Lisa Bostic, your best friend, because she is the one who I believe gave me my first gift card to you, and she goes to you all the time. Her skin looks amazing.
Hi,
And
Mom.
Hi, Mom.
The reason
Hi,
you
Lisa.
do go to Staci is because of your mom, really, if you think about it.
Well, you know, your mom is who introduced me to my husband.
Oh.
And yeah, I mean, she's an A player.
But Lisa was
And-
given a gift certificate to see me by Jen DeShatz. And then Lisa comes in and says, "Are you dating anybody?" I was like, "No, off men. I'm going to be a Spencer. It's going to be me, my horse, and my dogs for life." And so she kept saying, "Well, you know, my husband and I have this great friend." And finally, after a third time in, I said, "Is he tall, dark, and handsome?" She goes, "No." And I said, "Is he short, fat, and bald?" And she goes, "He's not fat." And he's got the best smile and he's the nicest man on the planet.
But Ed, he is one of my favorite people. He is the best.
He is.
I love Ed.
I love Ed. I'm so lucky to be his wife. And you guys are like family to me. I mean, I've been to every Christmas and Thanksgiving since 2006.
Every Thanksgiving, I'm like, What's on your skin?
You're
What's on your
right.
skin?
You're
What is
sitting-
on your fucking skin? What is that?
And will you please make your fruit salad?
What is it? Make your fruit salad. What's on your skin? How's your skin so glowy? 20
Always.
questions
Yes.
every single
Yeah,
time.
every time.
I adore you.
I love
am
you.
so happy to share your expertise with the community. I know they're going to love you. The reason I wanted to have you on is because I know recommending you to anyone, you will upgrade their skin, their life.
1000%.
I know you've changed Taylor's razor burn already.
Yep.
Thank you for fixing my husband's skin, my
Aw.
skin, and now you're going to go do Weston's skin.
Yep.
At Staci Christie Skin, Staci Christie Skin on Instagram. Go book a consultation with her. I'm obsessed with my skincare routine. I do it morning and night. Staci, I love you. Come back anytime.
Thank you,
Thank
Stacey.
you.
You're the
Love you
best.
guys.